Banana.
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 Banana. Banana. Okay, I got nothing.
Maybe.
Yeah, I'm out. I just knew I was gonna start it like that, but now I'm out. 100% out.
Welcome, guys, so back to Banana Hammock.
Episode 4. They're thinking of a title. We'll come up with it by the end of the episode. And what else? What were we gonna talk about?
What's today's topic?
Today's topic, I was thinking about family members because I have a lot of great stories about some crazy family, and ass whoopings.
I'm down. Let's do it.
All right. So I guess I'll start it with. Should I do the continuation of Pedro's story?
Yes.
Like
please.
why he got his ass whooped? Okay.
Yeah, I just want to know why. Like.
All right. So in episode 2, I talked about how my friend Pedro locked himself in the car, and he was on the verge of death. Everyone remembers the iconic. wait. Was it that? No.
Like
I was like.
Yeah, that's the one.
That one, yeah. I was trying to remember. I was thinking the laugh and the cry.
When his body was just like mostly focusing on
Yeah, his
breathing.
body was focusing on breathing, and he had to go to Texas Children, and I had McDonald's there. I still remember all that. Anyway, so what I had forgotten was why he was running from his mom, and as it turns out, the main reason was because he had used burnt engine oil. Like, you know, like engine oil after you do like an oil change,
Right.
like the really, really dark one.
Yeah, like when you take it out. Yeah.
He had grabbed some engine oil and completely covered William in it.
Why would he do that?
Like, you know blackface?
Yeah.
He did black body on William. and so
And
see? Oh. Anyways, yo creo que están las dos, ¿no?
No, la bolsa de tejer.
Pues si te la llevaste, ¿no? Si te la llevaste. This is all going to be on the podcast. Just want everyone to know.
you can just take it off, no?
Nah.
Just edit it out.
I don't know how to edit, so we're just going to keep it in the podcast.
Oh my god. Okay.
So yeah, William was completely black-bodied. Pedro had grabbed William and just completely covered him in alcohol.
Was it for like,
Oil, I mean, oil.
Was it like for a skit or like what was the whole?
Like,
premise
it was
of
a prank. It was a kid being a kid, him seeing his brother, and he's like, I can make him black.
Oh!
And so yeah, my mom says that she remembers seeing Pedro running from his mom, and like William right behind his mom crying, completely covered in oil. And then like after everything was over, like when he was coming out of the car and everything, and they were hosing him off because they had to hose him off.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I'm assuming. And
Like they threw him in a kiddie pool and were hosing him off while he was like breathing for life. And William was still like, he still had like the raccoon eyes. You know what I mean? Like he was still covered in engine oil. Yeah.
like I can't even imagine like the amount of soap they had to use that.
They had to, yeah, tons of it. They had to scrub him down.
I think it would have been a good ass like commercial for like Dawn.
Really,
Like
Dawn?
Dawn detergent.
The dish soap?
Yeah, the dish.
Why would you use dish soap to clean someone?
Because it's degreasing.
Oh, it is? Okay, yeah, it would have been good. I'm gonna call William and be like, hey, do you want to do one for our Dawn soap that we sell? Just call him and just cover him up again. Have Pedro cover him in oil.
But like, is that really why?
That's why.
I thought it was gonna be more like I don't know, like out of there, like I don't like
No,
probably like slashing somebody's tire,
No,
or like
that was the reason.
or like they were playing baseball and then like they threw the like instead of like the ball, it was like a bat like inside of a window.
No, we've done 2 things before. We've done that one, like where we've had broken a window while playing baseball, and we have also they've hit me in the head with a baseball.
What?
We were kids and like we were playing, and he's like, "I'll pitch," and I was like, "All right, give it to me, dead center." Right here in the head.
Oh, I thought because you didn't have a mitt.
No, like I was trying to bat, and it was like a real full on baseball, and it hit me right in the head. And I remember crying and going like, "I'm gonna call the cops!" Like I was like, "I'm gonna tell my mom to call the cops. You're trying to kill me." And then their mom was like, "If you call the cops, you won't be able to come here anymore." And I was like, "Okay, I won't call the cops."
Like I couldn't imagine like their mom use the bat next time.
Oh wow. No. I think she had some issues with me though. Like I'm pretty sure she had some issues with me.
She was like, "Come on, aim for that.
Aim for that.
Aim for that."
kill him now. His life won't mean nothing. Like, she already knew. Yeah, she already knew. But there's this thing I remember, like, it's a Monopoly story, and it's not really family or anything, but we were playing Monopoly at their house until it has to be like 2 or 3 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
And at the moment, they didn't live downstairs, they lived upstairs. Because they're downstairs, I fucked it up.
You fucked it up.
Like, I didn't fuck it up, but their floors were rotting. And what happened was, I'll tell the story. I don't. So, I was walking downstairs of their house. I walked into the kitchen, and the floor just started going down. And I turned around and ran out of the kitchen. And as I was running, every step would be like the floor coming down.
Sinking in?
Yeah, it was sinking in. And then, like, the thing was, they're like, get out of there, you're gonna break your arm. I was like, okay. So I just kept going. And yeah, I made it out of the kitchen. But it was right next to where the fridge was, too. I'm surprised, like, where the fridge was, it didn't just go all the way down.
That's, like, legit. The floor is lava.
It was. Yeah, and since then, like, they found out all their floorboards were rotten. Because they have a pool, so of course there was going to be a shit ton of humidity.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, and so all their floorboards were rotting, and they had to redo the bottom, like the downstairs. So we ended up going upstairs. Like they ended up moving to the upstairs of their house, and they were there for the rest of the time I was there.
I can imagine now why they're telling like their kids to throw the baseball at your face now.
No, now she really wants to throw it. Yeah, she really wants to get me. But yeah, so we were playing Monopoly at 3 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember their mom coming out, and she was like, Martin, please take the game away. The only reason they're still playing is because the game's here. Just take the Mega Edition and get out of here. I want to sleep.
No
Like,
way.
she was begging me to get out of there, yeah. And then, like, the funny thing is William had just come back with Jack in the Box, and he's like, all right, we're going to eat, we're going to play, we're going to keep going until as long as we can. And we were all being super loud and arguing. We played, like, 10 games in a row.
Really?
Like, it was all night. Like, I got to their house at 5, and I didn't leave until 3 in the morning.
Yeah, I could see that. That's how it gets sometimes. That kind of reminds me of like that episode from like Malcolm in the Middle when they're playing like that
Risk?
Yeah, like
Yeah, when they're playing the
Conquer
Conquer
like
game.
that.
Yeah, I call it Risk because that's what it was based off of, yeah.
Yeah.
And they're playing it all day, and like they're
All
in
night,
there, yeah.
Definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh damn! But I can't believe that. I think like the only ass whooping that I've gotten like when I was younger. Well, aside when I didn't do my homework.
Mm-hmm.
Did-
Yeah,
I already said
it was that you didn't do your homework and you lost your Game Boy.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was when I poured cold water on my mom, like when she was showering.
Oh wow!
Yeah, she got super frightened. It was like a prank.
Uh-huh.
And then like she was just showering, right? I just like slowly creak open the door, and I had like a jug full of like ice water.
Uh-huh.
And like you could tell it was hot because like when I opened the door, it's like nothing like but like
the
vapor
fog,
coming
all
out,
the
yeah.
vapor. Uh-huh.
And then like so yeah, I'm like slowly creeping in, and next thing you know, I just pour it over the curtain, and then all I hear is
Oh no!
and I'm like, oh, she's gonna be fine. And then like as I close the door, she's still yelling and yelling. She's like, and she starts crying. I'm like, motherfucker, I already know what's gonna
Oh
happen.
no! Who did the whooping, her or your dad?
Oh, both.
They came on you.
Yeah.
They completely destroyed you.
Oh yeah, they tore me a new one. It was insane. Like,
That's why he has 2 assholes.
no, but yeah, like it was like I could not imagine.
What a weird thing. I did something similar to my mom while she was showering, but it wasn't that. All right, like I'm a fat boy. This is stupid, right? And I know I got my ass whipped, but not badly. So I heard the ice cream truck outside, and I wanted a choco taco.
Yeah,
Hold up, you gotta let me tell. So my mom was in the shower, and I know I needed money, so I knew my mom had to give me money to buy it, right? And so I was like, "Ma, me estoy muriendo!" Like I started acting like I was dying, and like I started making like a bunch of realistic noises, and I started banging on the door, and then I just like hit it one last time, and like did it like you know how your hand like your hand drags, and she just walks out. She's like, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" And I was like, "Hey, can I get money for chocolate?" And she just straight up whooped my ass straight up.
Did you at least get your choco taco?
No, I just got my ass whooped.
Oh man, I think
That's a good one. Like, honestly, I remembered it right now when you said your mom like showering. I was like, oh shit, I did that to my mom.
Oh, I thought you were gonna talk about the time with the soda.
Oh, I'll tell that one too. Yeah. So the next ass whooping I had. Well, actually, I think this might have been my first ass whooping. So we were at a party, and my mom was talking to a friend, and I kept walking up to her and telling her I wanted something, and she just kept ignoring me. Right. So as a kid, I'm like, all right, I gotta get her attention, and I had this soda in my hand with a ton of ice. And so I don't know why, like in my mind, I'm like, okay, I know what'll get her attention. And I grab the soda, I just go right over her head.
Wow.
Like right over her head. She's completely soaked in soda, and she just looks at me with that look, you know, that
Oh,
you're
of
about
course,
to, yeah,
like
you're fucked, like that look. And I instantly go, oh no. And one of the ladies is like, hey, if you want to use the restroom, just go right now. Like no one's there. Like the moms know,
There's
you know,
like code word. Take
like,
them in the restroom.
like the moms
Beat
know,
that
yeah.
ass.
It's like take them. Like nowadays, it would never happen. Like I doubt it. Like maybe in Mexico or other places, but here, like a kid gets his ass whooped in a bathroom, everyone's gonna hear it and they're gonna say it. But over there, like around our time,
it's like
in our time, ass
whatever
whoopings
happens in Mexico restroom. That's
or even
stays
here,
in-
like I mean, not here in like your own home. Like if it happens in a Latin home, your kid's getting an ass whooping.
Oh, bro, like my parents used to whoop my ass in front of my friend, like Regis, or our friend Regis,
Yeah.
like all the time.
Damn, they did.
Yeah, same with and vice versa. Like he would get his ass whooped by his dad.
Wow,
in
my
front-
parents never did that.
No,
Not once. Like
it would-
not even after I crashed the truck, they didn't even do that.
no way,
Yeah.
bro. I would whoop your ass on like on site right there.
You would have, I know, and my dad was going to, but my mom's like, no, don't do it. He's still alive. Like, that's what saved me from that massive ass whooping. Like, I would have been like, oh, me in high school too. So it would have been like, Kenneth, I got fucked up. Like you can see it happening. Like you calling me, hey, you want to hang out, play Rock Band? I'm fucked up, bro. My dad whooped my. I see it happening instantly.
I'll be like, what kind of drug is that? I want to know.
This
I want to be fucked up too.
Yeah, you would have thought that. Yeah, that was your phase, huh? That was your time.
Yeah, that's how it is.
Yeah.
That's another reason. Oh no, I don't think I got an ass whooping for that. Like when I
I'm
got
surprised.
caught.
Even when you got arrested, like nothing.
No, nothing.
I'm surprised.
No, I just got a lecture. That was it. Like,
I think they were like, okay, we're past ass whooping. Like we just got to talk to him.
yeah,
And see what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that reminds me of this one time.
Alright.
So we both avoided an ass whooping. It was like my brother and I.
I love the instant like you're thinking about it and you just go, oh, like your eyes light up.
Yeah,
Okay,
because
go
like,
for it.
like it's so vivid. I remember I was like washing dishes, right? My dad told me to wash dishes, so I was like, scrubbing down plates and whatnot. And then my brother comes up and he's like, I'm bored. I don't want to play SmackDown anymore. I was like, okay, well, what can we do? And he's like, I don't know.
What's SmackDown?
SmackDown?
Yeah, what's SmackDown?
The game, like SmackDown.
Just
versus
SmackDown
Raw?
by itself, or
No, it was SmackDown versus
Oh,
Raw
okay.
back then. Like that's what we used to play.
mm-hmm.
And he's like, I don't want to play SmackDown anymore or SVR. And I was like, okay, fine. And he's like, let's fuck with Dan. I was like, all right. So perfect timing. My dad comes in and he's like, bringing in the groceries and he's putting it up. And we have like a top mount fridge.
Uh-huh.
And like in the bottom of the fridge, like he's like putting up the groceries.
Mm-hmm.
And so he's like ducking or like he's like squatting a little bit. So I open like the top mount, like the freezer door,
Uh-huh.
and he's like, like still like fumbling down there or whatever.
Oh, he hits himself on the freezer. Okay.
Yeah,
good.
and he's like, like my brother and I were just like giggling because like you just see his like poofy hair just touching like the head of the
Okay.
the door, right? And he's like, I'm like, oh, I'm pretty sure this motherfucker already knows. And my brother's like, oh, I don't think so. I'm like, yeah, $20. He's like, okay. And I'm like right there, still like we're like talking about that as I'm like scrubbing dishes. Next thing you know, he just stands up and boom, like he knocks everything that's on top, like all the fucking candles that my mom has laid up on top of the fridge. Like
She used to
fall
put him on
down.
top of the fridge?
Yeah.
That is so bad. That's an awful placement.
So we won't reach for it.
Well, yeah, but that's an awful placement.
But anyways,
Were you that dumb? Would you have reached for it?
No.
Oh, okay. I got another one after. Yeah, go.
Yeah, so like they all fall, and like some of the wax spills on my dick.
Oh no!
And then like
How old were you?
I was I think like 13.
Okay.
And then like
Shit, you weren't that dumb.
yeah, and I'm like hurrying up, and I rushed back to the sink, and then I'm like, I turn around and I'm like walking towards him, and I just see him like rushing towards my brother and grabs him by the shirt and picks him up, and my brother's like, it wasn't me, it was my brother, and like my dad just chunks him down to the fucking couch, and he turns around like that, like he's Wolverine, like, you know.
Yeah, no.
And then, like, he just comes charging. I'm like, it wasn't me. I promise I've been washing dishes the whole time.
Oh, no.
And, like, I didn't have a place to run. And I was like, fuck. I just accepted the ass whooping right there.
Oh, damn. Okay, so this time I didn't get my ass whooped, but I did get my legs. Like, I got dragged from underneath the bed. So, what happened was, speaking of fire, me and William were always super close, right?
Uh-huh.
And it was around my birthday. So, William had a box of matches.
Mm-hmm.
Me and him are underneath the bed, turning on the matches and going, "Happy birthday to..." Underneath the bed, mind you.
What?
Like, we're kids, all right? But it was like one of those, like, happy birthday. It's the candle, blow it out. And so,
Wow, like...
And so I hear my mom saying, "Why does it smell like fire?" And then I was like, oh shit. And me and William would, like, I don't know why, but like to put it out, like after we put it out, we would be like on top of the mattress, like touching underneath the mattress.
Oh, you're like
trying to clean it off, like on the mattress. And so you could smell it. And my mom just grabs both of us by our legs and drags us out. And she's like, "What are you doing?" And we're like, "Happy birthday." Like, you know, we just pulled the match up and we're like, "Happy birthday." And she's like, "Oh, I'm not gonna do anything about this, but that's a really bad thing. Like, if you," I think she said, "if you would have kept doing that, you could have burned the whole house down."
Oh, I thought like the whole match was gonna start catching fire.
We were close to making it catch fire, yeah.
And I'm like, "Happy birthday."
That would have been awful.
That's the biggest cake I've ever seen.
That would have been the worst. Like, that would have been a lot of blowing to turn that shit off. That reaction. But yeah, that happened. I remember I was almost about to get my ass whooped then. And I was actually thinking about this one. Did you ever try to run away from home?
Oh yeah, I've been kicked out.
No, but like run away as a kid. Like where you're like, "I'm sick of this life, I'm gonna run away."
"Shut up, Dad. I'm running away. I'm never coming home," and just slam the door.
Did you ever do that?
No, I haven't done that, but I've been
Okay.
kicked out.
I've done it once, and the Juarez have also done it. So I'll tell my version, and then I'll tell the Juarez's, alright?
Okay.
So for me, I don't know why I did this, but I just remember going like, "I'm leaving. I'm never coming back." And so I grabbed a backpack, like, you know those backpacks they used to give you in elementary school for Christmas? I filled it with a shit ton of toys, and I just walked out. And like I started walking towards the Link Road, and my mom, like, before I left, she was like, "If you leave, you're never coming back. I'm not gonna feed you." And I was like, "Okay." And so I just kept walking, and then I waited a little bit behind the house, and then I went back to the porch of my house and started knocking. I was like, "Can I come back in? Can I come back in?"
Wow, you didn't even last.
I didn't even last like 10 minutes. Like not even, yeah. Like I waited a little bit, like to scare her, but it wasn't gonna work. She knew where I was the whole time.
All you hear is just like a lock click.
No, I was knocking on the door, and I just sat in the porch for almost an hour. Like my mom was like, "That's what you get for trying to leave."
She's like, "Come here, come eat your choco taco."
No. I think maybe that's why I went back home. I heard the ice cream truck. That was the reason.
Bum, 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 bum.
That would have been good.
Knocking like she owes you rent.
Dude, speaking of that, like this is another, like after the horror story, but well actually I'll tell it right now. In Miami, like we used to have like our front door used to have glass panels.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's also an ass whooping. Yeah, I just remembered this. So the doors used to have glass panels, right?
Uh-huh.
And when people knocked, they sounded like pa 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 pa. Like, you know how a gun sounds?
Right.
That's how the knock sounded over there. Like people knocking on doors. And
it
so
was
no, it was like normal. Like you knew that there was someone knocking on a door. And one time here in Houston, I heard like the same noise, and I was like, "Who's knocking on that glass door really loudly?" Mom was like, "You know, there was a shooting 2 houses that way."
Oh wow.
I didn't know. I thought it was just someone knocking on a door because I'm so used to like that in Florida. I was even gonna walk out like, "Who is it?"
And next, you know, like
And all that comes out is choco taco.
choco taco from like.
Like it's all ice cream.
Like I like just picture it just like that Tom and Jerry scene where like he gets shot like plenty of times and like he drinks the water and just like
Yeah, it comes out of the... Yeah, that's it, but it's all ice cream.
yeah.
It's all choco taco.
Choco taco sprinkler.
But yeah, so the Juarez is when they...
Okay.
I'm picturing it, that's why I like, you're so dumb. So when the Juarez's ran away from home, they actually did the smart thing.
Uh-huh.
They grabbed a bunch of food, and it was William and Pedro. They grabbed a bunch of food, and they also grabbed a... what was it? Oh, like a toy, like to have in their hands, and changes of clothes. Like, they did it the smart way. Like, they actually had clothes and food ready, like, to leave and to outleave, like...
Really?
Yeah. They actually did it, but they never ran away. Like, they had the shit ready and everything, and they were quote-unquote running away, but their mom, like, the moment they walked out, she's like, if you walk past that house, you're never coming back here. And they kind of believed her mom, because she's very strict. And so what they did was they just stayed in that house. Like, they never went past it. They just stayed there. And my mom says that she would go to my mom, and she'd be like, míralos, esos pinches cabrones, no se van, porque saben que ya no regresan. Like, she would tell her that.
It's like a stalemate. I can picture it. Just leave. Okay, we'll leave.
We'll leave. Don't cross that line. You're never coming back.
Yeah, I'm gonna cross it right now. Just
wait.
Just.
Yeah. I'm gonna walk right. And, like, he puts like a foot over almost. I told you if you fuck. Puts it right back down.
He's like, I'm testing waters. See, I'm not afraid.
See, it's pretty warm in here. But yeah, that's their runaway stories.
My story, I think the way how I got kicked out, it was for like, I think it was like for an evening.
Mm-hmm.
So I went over to my friend's house, Rodriguez.
Mm-hmm.
Not
I know, no.
Yeah.
The guy that thought he was in Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So he lent me his
Weave. Go ahead.
his amp, his guitar amp or whatever amp. And I showed up with my guitar and his amp to my house, right? And my dad's like yelling at me, saying something. I don't know how it happened. And then like he answers the phone, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like I'm trying to tell him something, and he's like, "Shut up!" And I'm like, "No, you shut the fuck up and listen to me." And he's like, "What'd you say?" And I was like, "You never fucking listen." And then like I think I threw something at him, and like he started chasing me around the house, right?
I would too, yeah.
Yeah, with the phone still in his, like, you know, he's still like, you know, whatever.
I'm surprised.
I know.
Oh wait, but it was like a plug-in, like one of the ones that had batteries, right?
Yeah, it wasn't
like a cord.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't a
Because
cord.
I started
one.
picturing one of those cartoons when they're running around the house and like it's the phone, yeah, and then it like pulls.
He
gets
gets tugged like if it's a dog in a leash.
Yeah.
No, like so yeah, he's chasing me around, whatever, and I'm like, I see the doors open because like I just barely came in, and then I was like, I think I have like a clear shot. So I was like, if I still leave outside, I'm still gonna get my ass whooped because like he's gonna catch, like, you know,
He'll catch
speed.
you in a bit, yeah.
Yeah. So I ended up like putting the amp in like in his way behind me. So I scooted it to the side behind me. I ran past. He didn't react in time, so he fell, hit his head against the coffee table. And
that could have been a like fucking show where someone died.
I know, bro. Like it was like the $1 Million Baby there.
1,000 Ways to Die, bro.
Yeah.
Damn.
He got coffeed. He got
$1 Million Baby. That's a good one. It's Always Sunny.
Yeah.
Frank's like, oh shit.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, everything should be fine. And then I'm like, I'm just gonna walk back in. And I'm just gonna accept this ass whooping because like I ran out and I only had my boxers and my shirt.
Mm-hmm.
And no shoes, no chanclas, nothing. And then, like, as I'm walking back, and I'm, like, you know, going up the steps, I see my dad's, like, hand holding the phone up, and he's like, he was knocked out.
Oh, no.
Yeah, he's knocked out cold, and my mom was like, you better not come back here. I'm calling the cops. Blah, blah, blah. And it's, you know, it's real when they threaten to call the cops on you.
Yeah. It's very real.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, especially you and Killian.
Yeah, and then, like, so I ended up, like, you know, going to my friend's house. Oh, and my brother got kicked out, too. Because, like, my mom was like, you know what? You like to follow his footsteps, too?
Get
Go!
the fuck
Yeah,
out of here.
and my brother's like, I didn't do anything.
Poor mama. So speaking of that, I never had gotten kicked out, but I remember the one time I was really. I've been close to getting ass whoopings, but I've never gotten them, like really close. So this time it was I don't know when it was, but it was me, Pedro, and William. We were sitting in my dad's Bronco, and he had just cashed his check, and so we see the pile of money, and we're kids, so we're just playing with it, and I'm like, okay. And I give them like an amount. I don't remember exactly how much. I think it was over $800. Like, because it was, I think, 1,200. And I was like, 4 for you, 4 for you, 4 for me.
To who?
To the Juarez's.
Really?
Yes, I gave them fucking stacks of cash.
Uh-huh.
And then, like, we thought it was just playing. And then they left with the money. I didn't realize that. I just went like, okay, let's go play inside. And they're like, okay. And they had the fucking money in their pocket. And my dad came in and he's like, hey, did you grab some money from my truck? And I was like, no. And he's like, because I'm missing $800. And I was like, no, I didn't do anything. It wasn't me. Maybe it was my mom's relative that's living with him.
Oh,
so
my God.
He goes and he asks him, right? And the relative's like, no, I never went into the truck. You know that when we're working, it's the only time I'm in the truck. And so he comes back to me and he's like, it wasn't the relative, so I know it's you. And I was like, I was playing with the horses, and I gave them money. I didn't know it was real. Like, I was just telling him a ton of stuff. It's like, I gave them all 20s. And so he went, and he told their dad, and their dad's like, hey, give him the money back. And then, like, he did get all his money back, but I was on the verge of getting my ass whooped, like, really, really close. I'm surprised I didn't get my ass whooped.
You were looking kind of sus.
I was very sus. Speaking of that, join us in Among Us.
I've never played Among Us.
He's never played it, but we want him to play it. But yeah, that was my one of my closest ass whoopings. Like on the verge, right there.
I think I'm done for ass whoopings. Like on my side, I know there's more, but I feel like I blacked out on most of them, or they weren't that memorable.
I mean, when it comes to ass whoopings, I think those are mostly it. I've been ass whooped that one time that I did that to my mom.
Okay, so it was this one where, so we were in Mexico, right? My brother had a phobia of Chucky. So we went to our neighbors. We snuck up to our neighbor's balcony from our balcony. Because, like, in Mexico, the houses are, like, next to each other. They share, like, a wall. So we went from balcony to balcony, right? And we're like, you know, hanging out or whatever because we were grounded. And then his friend is like, oh, I got some new movies and I got some scary ones. And I know you like horror. And I'm like, oh, yeah, definitely. And my brother just like, you know, from over there, like in the corner. He's like,
he turns to the side, but like he like doesn't want to see it.
Yeah, and like he's like, oh, I've been watching this movie, and he shows me. I'm like, and I didn't know like my brother had what is it called, a phobia.
Yeah.
So
he truly does.
Yeah,
like, I remember I didn't even know until late, because he came to stay with me one time when I was home alone. And I was like, hey, let's watch this, and I think it was I forgot what scary movie it was. But we watched Inside Out first, and then we were going to watch a scary movie. I think it might have been... I was going to say Home Alone, but that's not a horror movie. Oh, I wish I could remember.
Seed of Chucky.
It wasn't Chucky. It might have been Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
No, he's not afraid of that.
It's not that one. It might have been like a ghost movie. Mama? Maybe. It was like a ghost movie, like a ghost horror movie. And I like as soon as I put it on, he just walked out the room like fast. He completely walked out and he just went to the other room.
So
like I had never seen someone bail in an instant.
Oh yeah, and that's the thing. Like he bails quickly.
Like it was instantaneous. Like had never seen that so fast. I was like, do you want to watch something else? If it's that, no. I just stayed over there. But we watched that horror anime Another together, perfectly fine.
Yeah, it's just like he just gets creeped out. But so like back to the story, it was like, you know, I was like, I'm not gonna show my brother like this cover. And I was like, you know what? I doubt he's gonna be afraid of it. So I show him, and he's like, whoa, what the hell? And he's like, I don't want to see it. And like I give it back, and like my friend, he's like, oh, you're afraid of it? And he puts it in his face, and my brother just runs out, and he jumps from his balcony to our balcony, and he didn't have any other place to run, so he just jumps off of the balcony straight to the fucking, like, you know, he Jason Bourne that thing and like to the fucking pavement,
Oh
to
my
the
God,
sidewalk.
it's Jason Bourne.
Yeah, like he just boom, and surprisingly he didn't get hurt, but like you did hear like a big smack because of the chanclas.
Yeah.
And my mom like comes out of the door and she's like outside and she's like, "What happened, mijo? Are you okay?" He's like, like,
Yeah, I know.
and like he's not like speaking, and my mom was like, he fell so hard, like he can't speak. Like he probably hit his head, and my mom was like, "Ya vas a ver." And I'm like, "God damn it."
You're like, God, I'm about to get my ass whooped again.
Yeah. And like, yeah, that's how it happened.
Escaped. So this also happened in Mexico. I went to it was right after I learned how to drive. Like I think it was my second trip to Mexico, and my uncle let me borrow his van. My uncle let me borrow his van, huh? Yeah. Cuando acabe. Estamos grabando. Anyways, and it's funny, we got interrupted by both my parents during this podcast.
Next thing
It's a good memory for the future.
Of
I should have
course.
turned the camera towards him, like just him.
Like, ¿qué onda?
Yeah, but anyways,
¿Qué onda? ¿Qué pedo?
yeah, so my uncle let me borrow his van, and apparently I fucked up the suspension. But what does he expect in Mexico? Like, those bumpy-ass roads suck.
You can't
Anyways,
even call it a road.
my cousins from Dallas were actually over there for the first time in a long time. I hadn't seen them. And I picked them up, and they're like, "Hey, can you pick up some of our cousins? We just want to drive around." And I was like, "All right." And so I picked up like almost like 10 kids. Like it was a big group of kids. It was a bunch of
kids.
It's a big van, and it was a bunch of kids. Some of them were even in the back of it, and I was just driving around for
Bro,
fun.
that sounds super sus.
It's not sus. I was not a kid. I was also a kid. It would have been worse. I was like,
You were
I
like-
wasn't a kid.
You were like the bait.
No. Anyways, I picked up a bunch of kids that were their relatives, my cousin's relatives. And so we were driving around, and for some reason I was pranking one of them.
I can just picture you like
Hold up.
just like telling the kids, "Hey, quieren choco taco?"
No.
Just I have some choco
I'll share
taco
a
in the
Christian
truck.
story that has to do with that. But so yeah, we were driving around, and I kept pranking one of the smallest kid for some reason. And so I was like, "Hey, the back door isn't closed properly. Can you go back there and close it?" And so he would get out, and I would drive off.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'd wait for him to run towards the truck, and then I'd drive off again. Like, I think I did it 4 times. And then finally I was like, "Just close it and come in." And he's like, "Okay." And so he closed it, he came in. And then one more time I was like, "Damn, it's not fucking closing, bro. What are you doing?" And he's like, "Do you want to go out there?" I was like, "No, just go out there. I won't do it anymore. I feel bad." And so he goes out, and I literally drive off again.
No way, you just
Yeah,
left
hold
him.
on. No. This is so, like, I feel so much regret for this. I don't know why. But he decided not to anymore, so I parked the van, and I turned it off because I didn't want to be left. Like, I was like, they're gonna get me back, and so I closed the door, and I was like, "Come on, come in, let's go." And he was like, "No," and he turned around and he just started walking, and I was driving next to him for a long ass time. He's like, "Come on, let's go." "No." "Come on, let's go back." "No." "Come on, let's go." "No." And these guys in a truck picked him up that were his relatives, and they're like, "We'll take you home, son." And I was like, "Oh shit."
They're like, I'm surprised they weren't like, "Who's this kid? Why is he trying to take him home?" Like,
No, because I was with his other cousins.
oh, really?
I was with his family. Like, it wasn't like a thing, and we were messing around, just having fun, listening to music. And then I still feel regret for this. I don't know why. Like, I just feel like maybe when I go back to the village, like, he'll be waiting for me. Like, this fat fuck, I'm gonna get him back. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I just feel like I got some retribution coming back for that one.
Oh damn! I didn't know the seats can move.
Yeah, you can move the seats. They're movable. Even the back ones.
What was the other topic? It was just
Relatives.
relatives.
Mhm.
So what we're gonna talk about, like, in response to to relatives,
You want me to share some Mexican relatives? I got a bunch.
like what?
Like, stories. Like, just crazy things they've done.
Oh, crazy
Okay,
things.
So, like, I'll give you an example, right?
Okay.
My cousin, his nickname is Nieves because he's white, like very, very white, pale,
Yes.
and everyone's like, "Haha, Blanca Nieves," you know, like Snow White.
Snow White.
And so when he first got here from Mexico, 2 things happened. One, they got here illegally.
Of course.
So my dad had to drive them from San Antonio to here.
I thought you were gonna say he melted.
No. He turned into a triple taco. So my dad had to drive them from San Antonio to here. And when the cops stopped them, My cousin's like getting the Mexican pesos ready to bribe the police.
No way.
Yeah.
Did he do it?
No, he almost did it. Then my uncle's like, "Que chingados mierdas!" Like he grabbed his hand and like told him to put the money away. And my dad's like, "Oh, they're just workers that work for me." Like, cause he has his tools and everything in the back of the truck. He's like, "We finished up a job in San Antonio. We're going back to Houston."
He's like, save those $8 later.
It was pesos, not even $8.
Well, translated in dollars.
It wasn't a lot. Like at the
Yeah.
time, it wasn't maybe 500 pesos.
So that's like
$20.
Yeah, roughly.
Roughly $20. Anyways, yeah, he was trying to bribe the cops because he knows that that's what you do in Mexico. And so right after that, my dad's like, "All right, I have to leave with your mom. We're going to Dallas," because I think they were dropping someone else off. And so they left my cousins with me and my uncle, and we were driving around. And my uncle in Mexico, he makes bricks.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but
the cinder blocks?
Do you know how they make them? Like bricks. Like
No.
So basically, they get this like it's a kelm, I think, like this. Like, it's a thing that's, like, circular that they seal off, but, like, they close it and put a bunch of fire so it can heat up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so basically, they have to make a ton of them. And my uncle was making shit tons of it, and he would sell them, but, like, the quality wasn't always the best, but, I mean, he was barely learning. And so my cousin was always helping him make bricks. And bricks in Spanish is ladrillo. And so we were passing by a house, and he's like, "It's the ladrillo tree!" And then my uncle's like, "What?" It's like, "Es el ladrillo, chuy." And my uncle's like, "No, no es el ladrillo. The brick is only on the outside. It's not brick." And he's like, "Oh, okay." And then we passed by another house. "Es el ladrillo, chuy." And he kept doing it for every single house we passed.
Why though?
For some reason, he just kept doing it.
Es el ladrillo, chuy.
Es el ladrillo, chuy. But like really loud, like he speaks loud. Like I remember another time, his brother was like drunk as fuck, and they were here, and his brother's like, he'd be like, "Leon, Leon," and my uncle, his cousin was sleeping. My cousin was sleeping. He'd be like, and you just hear, "Leon, what? ¿Qué pasó?" Like, it's really funny. Like, he just speaks like that. And I was laughing so hard every time he asked, "Is it made out of brick?" And my uncle was like, "No, it's not brick. It's just the outer part. It's just the outer part. Nothing here is made out of brick. Don't think about it." So, yeah,
Es el ladrillo, chuy.
it's a ladrillo tree. But, like, loud as shit, bro. Like, I was so surprised. But, yeah, that's something he did. Oh, another Nieves story. So we had some furniture that was a little sketchy because I don't know if it had bed bugs or some shit in it, but every time we would sit in it, you get like super like itchy, and so Nieves would sleep in them. Like we would turn the chairs and he would sleep inside on them. And so one time when he found out what it was, hold up, when he found out what it was. My dad had poison in the bag, like animal poison, and he just started going, like spraying himself with a shit ton of poison, and he was like, "Así se van los animales, Martín."
Wow.
Yeah, like it's funny, bro. Like he has some weird habits. He still does. Like,
Así
se van los animales, and so he just started pouring himself with poison, bro. It was nothing but poison. Another thing he did, he was at the flea market, right? And he was feeling sick, so my dad's like, "Here, I got you some Alka-Seltzer." And you know what he does?
What?
Just straight up, no water, nothing, just straight up, and he starts choking, and he's just going, So my dad gives him some water, he's like, "Tómate la pendejo."
Was he like slow?
He was dying, bro!
No, like I'm.
No, he's not slow. Like that's why I wanted to talk about family, because he's not the only one in my family that's like that. That has crazy shit happen.
Shit. Speaking about crazy stuff, like you just reminded me of like when I was in Mexico, like over there, like we have like we live in a what is it called?
Village?
No, like in the city, but it's like the house is like. The front of it is business, like it's like a grocery store and a butcher store, and on the side there's like a little gate where you can enter, and it's like towards either upstairs. There's like a staircase, and you could go upstairs, and that's where we reside and sleep. And downstairs is like a hair salon.
Yeah.
So I remember I was chilling in front, like I was just on the rocking chair, just you know, eating my Dorito, preparado, and then like I'm just rocking, right? Next thing you know, all I hear is like, all I hear is chanclasses, right? And like it's my brother going through the fence, and he's like stuck. He's like, ah, ah! He's like, you know, it's like, I'm like, what the hell is going on? And all you hear is like him like just yelling like the top of his lungs. And like it's like fucking primal screams. Anyways, so he ends up like escaping, right? And next thing you know, I just see like the door starts like opening, like as he's like escaping. So he like snuck through there, like even though the door was already open. So for instance, like, so, and then like once the door or the gate opens, is like my mom with like a hose. So she was whooping his ass.
Oh,
and I'm like, what the hell happened? And then like I asked my mom like, hey, what happened? And she's like your little fucking brother hit, or our cousins were over. He's like, he hit his cousin, or your little cousin, really hard with the bat. I was like, what, the bat? And he's like, yeah, they were playing baseball, and like so the little cousin threw the baseball at my brother, and he was like, this is going for a home run. So it hit him, right? And I'm like, I wonder where he hit him. So I start walking back, right? And then like I like, as soon as I'm opening the door, like I see my cousin, and he's like looking up, and I try so hard not to fucking laugh, but I just barged out laughing, right?
Yeah.
And like I just see like a perfect like circle on his forehead.
He became Tien.
Yeah, definitely. Like he just had the baseball
eye,
right there.
The baseball.
Like you could see like the stitching on the.
Dude, Momo hit him that hard.
Yeah.
Damn, why didn't he go for baseball? Like, he should have been a pitcher.
I don't know, bro. Like
Oh shit.
it was just intense, bro. Like I couldn't even imagine it. But it was just like so funny because like I was not expecting it. Like
You weren't expecting that.
yeah, he's like your tu hermano me pegó. He's just saying like your little brother hit me, and like he was like just smiling as he was saying it.
Dude, like, no lie, I have some crazy family because, like, I was even thinking about a relative of mine. His name is Brian.
Mm-hmm.
And basically in Mexico, when they say you pick someone up, it's you're making her your bride. Like, they say, oh, la levantó, which means you're okay. So I was talking to my cousin, and I was like, hey, so what happened to you in Mexico this last time? I knew what had happened. I just wanted to hear it from his point of view. And he's like, nah, primo, ¿sabes lo que pasó? Pues la levanté y la regresé. So basically, he's like, I picked her up, and I took her right back home. And I was like, and why? And he's like, no lo sentía. Like, he's like,
feel it?
Yeah, he's like, I just didn't feel it. And I was like, and then? He's like, pues, ahí se quedan con los papás, ya valió pura. Like, he's very like that. Like, he'll say things like that make absolutely no sense, but he would just laugh. Because I remember I told him one time, I was like, hey, you know, we're going to go fishing. And he's like, oh, está bueno, primo, ahí me llamas. Like, you call me. And I was like, yeah, don't worry about it. And then he's like, si vamos a ir a pescar, ¿tengo que saber nadar? And I was like, no. And he's like, es que una vez en México me estaba muriendo en un tobogán. And I was like, what? So basically what it means is he was like, he went down a water slide, and he was about to die because he didn't know how to swim. Yeah, and basically the story goes that he got really, really drunk, and his friends were just daring him to go down the water slide. He's like, you know what? Fuck it. And so he went down, and he was on the verge of death. Like, he had to get, like, saved by, like, the lifeguards and everything.
That's the only time that water and alcohol doesn't mix.
No. But yeah, that was one of the, like, he's very strange. Like, he has a bunch of things that he'll tell you, like he speaks funny, and then, like, every story he tells you is, like, really, like, over the top and, like, unbelievable, but you believe it because it's him. Like, he'll tell you some dumb stuff. He'll be like, yeah, you know, like, I was driving. Actually, this is interesting. My dad sold his dad a trailer, like the camion, like outside, like a big one. And so his dad was telling my dad, he's like, hey, the tires suck. And my dad's like, well, it's not my fault. And he's like, well, you got to really, like, drop down the price because you fucked up the tires. I don't know what happened. And so my dad's like, well, I'll drop it down $100, $200. And the guy's like, all right, that's fine. And then, like, years later, we're asking Brian, we're like, hey, do you know why the tires were like that? Because Brian drove it. He drove it down, but, like, through El Paso and everything. And he's like, oh, yeah, well, you know, I was driving it all around Mexico. We're like, what? He's like, yeah, I was doing a shit ton of trips with it and before I turned it in.
Why?
Just because. Like, he didn't give a shit.
Oh my god.
He fucked up the tires without anybody knowing. Like, everyone's just like, oh, I guess they were already like that.
No. You see those traction, like the wires there. That's for traction.
That's for traction. Yeah, it wasn't because he picked up a shit ton of people and like threw them in there. Like, he says that he did a bunch of stuff and we didn't even know until later.
Wow.
Yeah. So I guess I'll talk about. Let me see. I have one really, really interesting relative story. So my uncle Chuy was living with us, right? Him and his wife, and my uncle Adrian. And so one day we're all like at the house. It's a slow day. Nobody worked, and my uncle. Well, like let's just say my mom walks out of the restroom, and it just like the whole house smells like shit. Like as soon as my mom walked out, the whole house smelled like shit. Hold up. And so I was like, Ma, did you do that? And she's like, no. And I was like, but you're the first one that was here. Like, you're the one that walked out of the restroom. And she's like, it wasn't me. And I was like, but you're the only one. And then my uncle Chuy comes in. He's like, chingados, lolis, apesta pura mí. Like, he started going off. Like, he started saying that it was her. And even my uncle Adrian. And so, like, a little bit later, it's the whole house smelled of it. Like, not just the restroom. Like, the whole house. As soon as she opened the door, the fucking house, like, just went off. And so, like, my mom walks into their room. And she sees my uncle going... with a perfume thing, right? He's like starts perfuming the room. And so my mom's like, Martin, come over here. And I was like, what happened? And I look at him and I see him like going, ¿Qué pasó? he's like covering his nose and like doing a shit ton of perfume. And I was like, Tío, fue usted. And he's like, sí, mijo. He just like lowers his head down and walks out.
No
We
way.
had to walk out of the house for like 15 minutes. The whole thing smelled. And he did that to me again. So this one happened like a couple years ago. We had just gone back to Mexico, right? And for some reason, he lowers down the windows of the truck and he's like, he's the one. He's like, time to smell that fresh Mexican air. And I was like, well, if it's Mexican air, it smells like shit. He looks at me and he's like, fui yo, mijo. For the people who don't know, that means I did it. Like, it was me, nephew. Yeah, it was so bad because I actually smelled it in. I was like
you're
I was 100% like, oh, let's get it. Let's smell that Mexican air. Oh, what the fuck? It smells so bad. Like, I thought it was Mexico.
No, every time
And
you
it
walk
was in
by
Monterey,
a restroom,
bro.
oh my god!
It was in Monterey.
Like every time you walk by a restroom, you're like, oh, it smells like Mexico.
All right, so I'm gonna do a quick commercial break because our guests are here. So I'll upload this in a 2-part video. And we're back. As you can see, I switched guests.
Bro, that's me?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Okay. Let's go away.
So what ass whoopings have you gotten?
Ass whoopings. For our mom or dad?
Anyone?
Could it be my uncle?
Yeah, it could be your uncle. Could it be the uncle that touched you?
I thought it was you.
That was another time.
Okay.
That's personal.
So you want me to talk about a moment?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't remember. Okay. I remember it was my 10th birthday and we were like in the living room.
Uh-huh.
And we were watching WWE.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, me and my dad, you know, we used to always argue about who would win, you know? And there was this one time where it was you remember that segment Justice for Dominic?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I remember watching the TV and then my dad was like, "Hey, you see that? That was me and your mom's ex-boyfriend." And I was like, "Really?" He's like, "Yeah." But it turns out you were my son. And I was like, "Oh, really?" He's like, "Yeah." And he's like, "I wrestled you. I wrestled for you." I was like, "Really?" He's like, "Yeah." But now I regret it. I wish I lost. Oh wait, you said a beating, right?
Yes, I don't know. Wait, was that an emotional beating or what the fuck was that?
I guess.
You were getting emotionally beaten.
No,
Oh wait, I mean your dad also did experience that beating. Oh no, he won though. So he beat the other guy.
no.
Was it
no.
a ladder match or?
Oh wait, you didn't even let me finish.
Oh okay, finish.
And then my uncle came and my dad got him with the steel chair.
Oh, that's good.
He got the beating on me.
What song came out when your uncle came out?
What was the one that says 619?
Oh, Buyaka Buyaka.
Buyaka.
Alright.
No, I'm just kidding. I actually do have a story. So like basically like what happened at this time was like we were living at this other house, and I remember I still remember it didn't happen to me. It was my friend. So basically I went to his house, and we were playing a SmackDown Here Comes the Pain. That's why I mentioned Here Comes the Pain, because I was thinking about that time.
He just talked about SmackDown earlier.
He did?
Yeah, he did. Like 100% we were just talking about SmackDown versus Raw.
Yeah, and I remember I was at my friend's, and then like his mom like came into the room, and like she started hitting him. Like she was beating the shit out of him, bro. And then he was like, ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué me estás pegando? And then his mom like walks out of the room, and she comes back in, and she has like his underwear. And then like she pulls it out, and it has like shit on it.
Is this real?
Yeah, she was like, your ass is rotting. She was like, te está pudriendo el culo. And like she was like sniffing it in front of us.
Oh god, that's not real at all. That's not real. I was like 100% invested in this story. I was looking at him like, I was really invested.
Okay, that's from Cholo Adventures. But anyways, is there anything else y'all are talking about?
We were talking about family. Can you tell me your uncle's story about the Facebook and the gun?
Oh yeah. So my uncle, like basically, like I don't know, how did he find the pellet gun?
He doesn't want to talk. He's shy.
Basically, like my uncle, I don't know where they got the pellet gun, but it was like a pellet gun, and it looked like a real gun. And then like what's it called? Like I guess like he wanted to have like this how do you say a narco in English?
Narco.
A drug
like drug dealer. I guess? Like, yeah.
And like he got a picture. He put on a tejana, a cowboy hat,
Yeah.
and he had like this black shirt, open up like button one. And then he put the gun right here, like right here. And then like the shirt was like tucked in, and you could see the gun. And then like on Facebook he was like, "La que me cuida." It means
the one that
takes care of me. And then my aunt was like, be careful, because immigration be watching you on Facebook. It's like, no pasa nada, nothing happened. And then there's this other story where my uncle, like, he posted on Facebook, un like y engaño mi novia. And then he liked his own status.
Oh, wow.
It was a hilarious story.
Oh, wow. So I have one of my family in El Salvador, and this happened recently. So there's a guy in our family that like they call him kind of like a bum, because he like gets money from everybody and he never pays it back. And they have a friend. His name is El Caminante. That's like his nickname.
The walker.
Yeah.
Oh, so he's like a walker from The Walking Dead.
No, he's like walks people like through the border.
And
his so him and my brother came up with a plan to kind of make the bum guy. I forget the bum's name. I was gonna call him bum. To make him like I guess own up to owing people money.
Yeah. And
so he started texting my brother. It's like, hey bro, are you gonna pay me back the $200 you owe me? And my brother's like, oh, I'll try to get it later. And he's like, no, you gotta pay me now. Stop being a bum. Damn. And so like it was a group text between a lot of our cousins, and they're like, bro, what the fuck? Why are you doing that to him? Like, he didn't do anything bad to you. And he's like, nah, I want my money now. And they're like, bro, Caminante, you're such a piece of shit. Like everyone started going off on Caminante. Damn. And then at the end, our cousin, what's her name? Damn it, I'll go with Beatriz. She was like asking the bum, she's like, hey, what do you think of this whole situation? And the bum's like, nah man, when you owe people money, you gotta owe up to it. Like you gotta pay people like what you owe. And then everyone screenshot that and sent it to him. They're like, oh, so you're gonna pay what you owe now? So they actually got it out, but everyone got mad at Caminante.
Damn.
Like everyone just piled up on him.
Damn, dude, speaking of owing money, like I have an uncle who like basically like he used to work for like the sugar thing. Like, and then one time he went up to like this place, and there's this guy that owns like this, like, I don't know why, but like he has like security there, and they like check you before you go in and shit. Yeah. And so like my tío had the thing of sugar, right? And then he brings it up, right? And then he gives it to the guy. And then what's it called? He gives him the sugar, and the guy checks it. It was weird, bro. Like the way he told me the story. So basically, like he gave him the sugar, and then the guy checked it. Like he put it on the table, and then he was like, "It's good." No, what? Why are you
Are you trolling me or?
No, this is real. Like it's over.
Because I thought you were gonna say that the security guard like cut it up like the sugar and he started like trying to snort it or some shit. Okay.
No, the guy that was sitting.
Uh-huh.
Like he saw the sugar. He's like, all right, that's good. And then my uncle was like, when are you gonna pay me? And he was like, you'll get your money. And then like he left, and then the guys were like, no, that's not how I work. You know, I want to get paid now. And so the guy like got mad, and so he got up and then he put money in the bag, and then he handed it to him. And he started beating the shit out of my uncle, bro.
What?
Yeah.
Is this real?
He went to the hospital, and so
real?
like, so like the next day I went over there, and then like I told him like, well, what the hell, like you know, you gotta pay up when you have to, you know. And then like he was like, and then I brought him more sugar, cause I was like, bro, this is so good. And then he's like, yeah, it's really good. Look at all this sugar, you know. And then I told him, you got one thing wrong about that. This is not sugar. And then I threw it, and then the whole thing.
Oh my god! Oh my god! I fucking believe this so fucking badly, you piece of shit, every time. Oh,
That's from fucking
Breaking Bad, right? 100% Breaking Bad, you fucking asshole. I fucking love the troll.
Oh, so it was from a
shit.
movie? Shit, I thought it happened
It's
to me.
not a movie. Yeah, Steven's the kind of guy that makes shit up.
Not even, bro. I have real stories.
Okay.
I just don't know if I should tell them, bro.
Alright, do you want me to share?
Like, my uncle, like, he's, like, very aggressive. One time he threw a pizza on the roof.
Was it at the apartment?
No, at his house.
Oh, okay.
Like, he has a son and he has a wife.
What kind of car does
he
he
just
drive?
had a kid.
What kind of car does he drive?
I don't know.
This reminds me of our Spanish class.
He drives a Ford without AC.
He drives a Pontiac, bro.
No. Well,
He drives an Aztec.
That's a Pontiac.
Aztec.
Yeah.
nah,
Pontiac
you're talking about
Aztec.
Walter White, bitch. I'm talking about my uncle.
You're talking about Walter White too with the pizza on the roof, you fucking bitch.
No, bitch, that actually happened to my uncle. But it wasn't a pizza, it was taquitos.
Alright, so I guess I'll share a real story because Steven always likes to make shit up.
Bitch, that was real. Bro, I even said it with sugar.
I know.
So it was sugar.
Uh-huh.
And then I brought the...
So speaking of uncles, this one time we were working at what's that place, Wallace, right? That
Wallace,
house?
Texas?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
no house in Wallace. And so, for some reason, Steven and his cousin had just disconnected the restrooms. So there was no restrooms at that house.
We didn't disconnect them.
Yeah, your Junior disconnected them. Like, they took them off. They took off the toilets.
He wasn't the one that took it off, though. He just
told
did
me,
the shower.
Well, Junior... Oh, I thought you were going to fall off that thing. But he told me that he took them off.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah, well, he
I don't
did.
remember.
So anyways, my uncle... we had just eaten lunch, and my uncle's like, ah, chingado, me tengo que cagar. I was like, what? And so that means he was saying he had to take a shit, right?
Uh-huh.
And I was like, entonces, what are you going to do? And he's like, I think I'm going to go down the, like, little... Like, there was a hill. So he's like, I'm going to go down that hill and just take a shit. And I was like, all right. And so he left. And when he came back, he's like, ah, chingado, me picaron los pinches zancudos allá abajo. So basically, he got fucking bit by a shit ton of mosquitoes, like, in his ass.
Damn.
Yeah. And then I told your cousin this, and your cousin's like, so did you just grab a bucket and put a black bag on it? And I was like, no, that would have been a lot smarter than going down there and getting fucking bit.
Did I ever tell you about my cousin, this dumbass dude?
What?
So basically, like, my cousin, you know how, like, every time I ever play Fortnite or something, like, y'all were so used to, like, fucking around, like, you know, like, these nuts and stuff like that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I guess, like, that shit, he got triggered that one time.
Yeah.
He got triggered that one time when he was working with Mike the painter. You know Mike, right?
Yeah. The guy that looks like Kenneth.
No.
Oh,
that's
the other one. Oh, okay.
The one that looks like a cholo.
Yeah, I know Mike.
So basically, like, they were painting, and then, like, Junior was like, man, bro, I'm so hungry. Where can I go? And he was like, hey, bro, there's this good seafood place. It's called Captain D's. And he's like, oh, Captain D's nuts, huh? He's like, no, it's actually a place, bro. It's like, oh, shit, bro, I'm sorry, bro. It's because me and my cousins, you know, we're so used to fucking playing around like that. And the guy was like, he looked so disappointed.
Captain D's nuts, though. It sounds like a real thing, though. It sounds like someone trying to actually get you.
Yeah, I know, but I guess he, like, it triggered him. Because he was, like, always get trolled like that on Fortnite.
Yeah. So, this other thing my uncle did, his name is Mario. And one time, we had bought those sombras, like, you know, the ones that we use for the puesto?
Mm-hmm.
And we had, like, he came back from Mexico, and I was like, hey, so what happened to your sombra? He's like, no, pues se voló. And I was like, ¿Cómo? And he's like, la puse pero nunca la amarré, entonces se fue volando y ya nunca la tuve. Like, he broke it like 2 seconds after getting it.
This boy.
Yeah.
So, how's the business going?
It's not bad. You don't got any family stories?
Family stories.
Yeah.
Mm,
Like, just like relatives that are crazy or anything like that?
relatives that are crazy. Just one of my cousins that like. I don't know. Do you?
I mean, I have like a couple of Mario stories, but like the other one I was thinking about was, damn it. There was this one time it's weird because when he came back from Mexico, he had like a string of bad luck. Like when he got here, like he was asking my uncles for money, like to let him borrow some money, because when he came back, he had like $3 in his bank account, out of thousands and thousands of dollars. Like he had over $20,000 when he left to Mexico.
Damn.
And so one of the first things that happened to him, well, I can actually even share his whole family story, but basically what had happened was he left my aunt, like his wife of I think like 20 plus years. Like he completely left her because apparently she had stolen like $10,000 from him.
Damn.
Like he left her, he broke the relationship with her, and then like he tells this story of him being like a bum for a couple of days, like a whole week of like not showering, just drinking and drinking, and then this new woman that he had instantly picked him up. Like that's what he says that happened, but in reality we're like 100% certain that like she was the reason why he left his wife.
Damn.
Mm-hmm. And so as soon as he came back from Mexico, he was helping us in a pool, and he just started getting bitten by ants. Like insane amounts. Like he stepped on an ant pile and he just started getting bitten.
Damn.
That happened to him. The mosquito thing happened to him, and like the child support that they put on him, like they put some child support for my cousin. Like 3 days after they said that he didn't have to pay, he started having to pay.
Damn.
Like yeah, he had a big string of bad luck.
They probably did some voodoo on him or something.
I mean, I think he deserved it.
Yeah, but I had an uncle that almost got killed.
Like with voodoo.
No, not with voodoo. Like they actually sent people out to kill him.
Really?
Like 2 dudes.
Damn.
Yeah, I know. Like he was in the parking lot.
Was
and
it
he
2
like,
bald dudes?
No.
Was your uncle bald?
No.
You're fucking Breaking Bad again.
No, I'm not.
You are, bitch.
How?
You are.
He was
You
pulling
had an
out the
uncle.
parking lot at Memorial Mall, and then like these 2 guys came and they tried shooting him, and
2
then
bald guys, right?
he backed up on one of them, and the other guy was like, "Mátalo." No, termínalo.
That's Breaking Bad, right?
No, that happened to my uncle, Memorial Mall, bitch.
Michael,
I'm
that's
giving you,
Breaking Bad, right?
I'm giving you a precise location.
Hey man, my hair's all fucked up right now.
Yeah, so that happened to my uncle. He got shot, and he was about to get chopped up with an axe, and then he shot the other guy.
From where?
Okay. Did your uncle also get like trapped in a basement?
It's like that.
No. Did yours?
No, no.
No.
They did put like a bike thing around his neck. Like he was in a basement.
Bitch, that's Breaking Bad.
Don't give me any chance to like elaborate on any of my stories. Like he was training pit bulls, right? And he was like supposed to be like the quote unquote #1 drug dealer.
Don't spoil it, bro. I haven't got that far.
Yes, you have, bitch. That's like the first episodes.
Nah, bro.
Yes, bro.
Do I have to be careful or?
Cat's saying no.
Oh, you
It's
just.
the first episode.
It's one of the early ones, right? He's training the pit bulls.
Yeah.
Stupid. And I know you've seen it.
No, you don't got spoil it for the audience either.
So
That's
Breaking
why I
Bad
was
is like
talking for them.
Breaking Bad's like 10 plus years old. It doesn't
I
count.
don't
Like
give
there's
a
no
fuck.
spoilers.
There's people that are like, "Oh, Breaking Bad. He's talking about these scenes, and I want to watch it." You know.
We don't even have that big of a like listener base to like.
You
even-
will soon.
What do you mean we?
You will soon.
You will
like
soon.
So let's talk about the new Resident Evil. Have you seen the trailer?
No.
when it goes down, put the fingers down.
Yeah, you push this to the side.
I'm trying to think of like other crazy relatives or stupid things that they've done. 'Cause I was telling Kenneth about my cousin Nieves, but I think I told all his stories.
I didn't tell you about the
Cricket.
that one crazy uncle. Yeah, like he was driving on the freeway. Like he was going down like right here, where this freeway right here.
Is it the Pedro story?
Which one?
When he goes crazy?
No.
I haven't even told that either. Like I
Oh.
haven't told that on the podcast.
Is this an episode for it?
I mean, I can bring it up. It's ass
Yeah,
whooping.
because basically we were going down the freeway and he was teaching me how to drive.
Uh-huh.
And then he was like, pull up next to the semi truck. And then I got like by the semi truck, and my uncle got off the car and he jumped over to the semi truck.
Is this from Grand Theft Auto 5?
What do you mean?
What's the name of the band?
Grand Theft Auto 5.
That happens in Grand Theft Auto 5.
No, like my uncle got on the semi truck.
Where's it from?
Fast and Furious.
You stupid thing. It could be any Fast and the Furious though. There's so many.
Yeah, but I'll never forget that quote that my uncle said.
What do you say?
Family.
Family. Stupid.
It's so sharp though.
That's my knife or his knife?
That's mine.
So
Oh.
breaking news, guys. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson just got COVID. I don't know if you heard about that.
Yes.
Yeah, apparently they found out when his parents couldn't, when his family
Oh
found
my
out
god, the fucking
when they couldn't smell what he was cooking.
fucking Steven
Yeah,
memes, bro.
You can fucking get fucking money for good fucking equipment, but you can't get money for chairs.
Quick
bro.
equipment.
Look
This
at
isn't
that.
even, this isn't even
I keep
good.
rolling out.
Bro, let's find the lighter, yeah.
I know, but we got a couple minutes left.
Okay, so I want to tell you a story from Mexico.
Uh-huh.
So basically, like, we were at my grandma's house,
Uh-huh.
and like this big snake came out. Like, this is a true story. I'm not bullshitting no more.
Uh-huh.
And this is a funny story because like my mom said that. Well, I wasn't there. My mom was there. She said that she saw my grandma freaking out because there was like a snake.
Mhm.
And then my grandma's husband comes out in his underwear and he starts beating the shit out of it with like a fucking. Hey, what did he beat the snake with?
What?
Don Ruben, what did he beat the snake with?
From like the curtain stick, you know, the one.
Oh, the curtain
Oh,
stick.
really?
The white one.
He
Like,
beat it to death with it?
yeah.
Oh wow.
It's a true story, right? He thinks I'm bullshitting.
I'm not. I don't think you're bullshitting. I'm just actually asking. So he
Nah,
just beat
bro.
the shit out of a snake?
Yeah.
Damn. Thinking
Yeah.
about another relative that did some stupid shit.
No.
I always do stupid.
I know
shit.
my uncle got addicted to coke. Like, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I showed you a video of him.
Yeah, you
doing
showed it to me.
Yeah, and he got addicted to coke, and like all of a sudden, he got trampled by a herd of buffalo. For real?
Lion King.
No.
It
He
has to
even
be
he
Lion
even
King.
shot up one of my cousin's quinceañeras, and then he got sucked into a wormhole.
Oh my god! So this Key and Peele.
He went back in time and he went to his parents' prom and he played Johnny Be Good. He invented it.
Haven't seen
He made his parents fall in love again because his hand was disappearing.
so dumb.
What's another story you have?
Damn it! I don't know why I'm off like right now on my flow.
I'm off because this fucking chair keeps taking me away.
I mean, that's why Kenneth was sitting the other way around. Because it stops moving that way.
Not with the legs up.
No, with the legs up? What?
The wheels up, I meant.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Oh, well, I mean, well, this is probably not an idea for y'all, but like, I kind of feel like I should make a Halloween podcast
I was.
for October for this show.
Not this show.
Why not this show? We can make funny Halloween stories.
Because
We can do that segment we did about horror movies we'd invent. That shit was hilarious.
it was hilarious, and we could use it with 3 people, but it doesn't work for now because it's not even close to October. I want to do
Bro,
it on
October
Halloween.
1st is literally
Yeah,
on the
but on Halloween, it makes more
every
sense.
podcast in October can be about something scary / funny.
Okay, but we're not in October yet, and this one's releasing today.
Okay, well we got. Come on, tell me another story.
It's because I forget my shit now.
The term my uncle was in Fear Factor.
Was he?
Yeah.
That's cool.
He won.
What was it?
Spent his money on hookers and cocaine.
Makes sense. Was it Dave Chappelle?
No, did I say he was Tyrone Biggums?
You've never seen it? Okay, yeah, he did. It's Tyrone Biggums. Damn it, I don't know why
See,
he threw me
you're
off.
being unoriginal, bro.
I don't know why the fuck he threw me off so badly.
Hey, so like, where's the people that put makeup on you before the show starts? You don't have like,
No, I don't have anyone
You
like
don't?
that. I gotta hire somebody. Do you want to do it?
no.
You can paint faces.
You know what? How about this? The interview's over.
All right. I know what he's doing. I know the bit. You don't have any family stories, Kenneth?
I don't know. I'm being so unoriginal right now. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I'm not like this 24/7.
All right, I guess we'll just wrap off for now.
Wait, don't you want to tell one more at least before we wrap up?
I just can't remember any. You fucked me up.
Well, just think of something. It's okay. Look,
I don't
while
want
you
dead
think about
air.
it, while you think about it, I'll fucking I'll keep myself
What are you
busy.
doing?
Kenna just did that. You know you can lift it.
Bitch, think about the story.
But I just wanted to say you can raise and lower the suspension.
Oh, how?
There's like a little like thing back here. You see this little ball thing?
Chupas.
Just turn it.
Move your fingers like that.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and you can also turn the wheel.
We should do reviews on cars.
Yeah, like that.
Fuck, man, I
He's
had
gonna
some
pick
stupid
up
family
speed, bro.
members.
Is it more about Mario?
I had some about Mario, but I fucking forgot.
The Pedro story.
I can end it with a Pedro story.
Shit, I thought this one was gonna fall.
That's how you want to end it?
Yeah. So speaking of ultimate ass whoopings,
Has this locked into your bed?
no, it broke off years ago. You know this shit. Fucking
His
like
parents
first
were-
time
his
que
parents
está
were
como si
giving
es la
him-
primera vez que viene el güey, cabrón. So
Hey, yeah. Go ahead.
no, you're gonna say
Yeah, I was gonna say tell a mattress story for the podcast.
what mattress store? No, I can save that one for later.
Okay, go ahead.
Or should I just say it?
I mean, it seems like you had one right now. Just say that one and
The
you.
Pedro story? Okay. So basically, this happened, I think it was on, like, it had to be like a birthday, like Pedro's birthday. And his wife had literally just told him a couple hours ago, why are you staring like that?
Well, I'm looking at the camera.
Okay.
We're not supposed to.
So, yeah, it doesn't matter. It just looked weird. But yeah, his wife told him that she was going to take the kids.
You're doing it wrong.
Mhm.
Like, you know how Kenneth was like, you going to take the kids, man?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so basically, Pedro lost it. Like, he just went, God damn.
Yeah, so
God damn. So fast, the camera can't even keep up.
Okay, so you were saying?
So yeah, basically Pedro lost it, right? And he decided to throw himself in the pool and just go on the deep end and go straight down and die. Like, Pedro's a good swimmer. Like, he knows how to swim, and like he actually taught me a little bit. But for some reason this time he's like, I'm just gonna go kill myself. And so he went down there, and his mom called the police.
Uh-huh.
Oh no, Ronald called the police because he was really scared.
Uh-huh.
And when he did, the cops showed up and they started pointing their tasers at him, and his mom was like, "No, no le disparen a mi niño!" Like, she was like that, like she was just like going crazy. And
Yeah, why the fuck did she call the cops?
it wasn't her, it was Ronald.
Oh, and
Yeah,
then
so it wasn't her, it was Ronald. And after that, when the cops like pulled him out, like
why don't they just taste the water?
I don't know, like they can't do that.
They can do that. Electrocute the shit out of him, he'll pass out and be
This is a Pokemon, bro. Water doesn't conduct electricity.
Water does conduct electricity. What you mean?
You told me that last time, bitch, in the other podcast we did. I remember this really
Mickey,
well.
does water conduct electricity?
He
Yes.
said in the other podcast that it didn't.
I did not say
He
that.
said it.
I
There's
said the same.
fucking, there is
I'm
a-
saying what I said now. Why didn't they just electrocute the water?
I told you she didn't want him to get electrocuted. This is the exact thing I said on the podcast. She did not want him to get electrocuted because he was wet.
No, I told you the reason why tasers are not dangerous because they don't get to your heart. They only get your
Uh-huh.
bones.
Okay. But you didn't say that in the podcast.
I did. I
No,
did
you
say that
didn't.
in
No.
the last podcast.
In the podcast
I
we
can
did,
pull up the podcast
in our
right now. We
podcast
can listen to
Nightmares
it.
Explained, so people know we're out there. You fucking said something else. Anyways, they handcuffed him, right? And Pedro literally broke free from the handcuffs. Like 100%, like cop handcuffs, broke free.
Bro, you should have got a Bluetooth speaker and put that song.
I can actually play it on here and get the audio. I can, but yeah, he broke free.
Uh-huh.
And so after that, I think they just... What?
Yeah?
El caballo dorado.
No, that's the Benny Hill theme song.
I know, but like they have that for that.
They play that on there? Oh my god.
Oh no, it's not that one. This bitch.
So let's fast forward a couple months.
Someone passed me a cigarette. Okay, no.
So let's fast forward a couple months. And for some reason, Pedro's having like a bunch of like psychotic episodes.
Oh shit, are you serious?
Well, around this time, yeah, he was doing a bunch of crazy shit. And one of the things he did was like his dad told him, I guess, that he wasn't gonna come home, or like he wasn't gonna come back. His dad told him that he wasn't gonna come back home, right? God damn, this thing. We're about to end this. We're like a couple minutes from ending this shit. He's gonna end up dropping my stuff in the back. I already know it. I hope you do fall.
Keep going, keep going. Oh my God.
I hope you fucking fall.
I'm listening.
I hope you fucking fall so bad.
Okay. Continue.
Mm-hmm. Can I now?
Yeah, go.
Okay. You're not gonna start doing it again as soon as I start?
No, go ahead.
Alright. So yeah. So Pedro's dad tells him that he's not gonna come back home. And so Pedro, when he hears that, he starts running after his dad's truck,
Oh,
like
okay,
to the
so-
point of getting on the freeway and chasing after him.
I can't do it.
And like they were like, I remember like Ronald telling me, and he's like, yeah, like we got a call, and they're like, go pick up Junior, go pick him up. He's on the freeway. He's gonna get run over. So they had to like drive behind his dad and like pick him up in a car.
He never stopped.
No, he kept running for a while, like on the
I'm
freeway.
surprised he didn't get arrested.
I'm surprised he didn't get his ass whooped. Or
By his
arrested.
parents?
You know what he used to do when he was little?
You think they're gonna fucking beat the shit out of that
Dude,
big ass
but that's
nigga?
the thing. Oh yeah, that's great. Get canceled. But yeah,
H3 says it. I
yeah, that's
everybody
fuck
says
those
it.
podcasts. They're all assholes.
Man, you fucking hype train, bro.
No.
Get off the hype train.
What hype train?
I
Fuck
hate
H3.
iDubbbz because he's a simp. Okay,
I don't
so
hate
what?
iDubbbz. I don't hate iDubbbz. I hate H3.
Why?
Because their fucking shit is annoying, and all they're doing is looking for fucking any little bit of drama to increase their fucking podcast views.
Okay.
That's it.
Alright, I'm sorry.
What do you hate about him?
Like I just said, they're fucking bullshit they do. They're always looking for any little bit of drama. They're like, H3 versus this, Ethan versus this. Like, all the fucking videos you look at recently, it's that.
I don't like his content.
I don't like his content at all.
You don't like the theme song?
Dude, don't even fucking bring that shit up. And, like, we play it on here.
That should be your theme song.
Hell no.
Tarzan versus Ethan.
He's gonna find this eventually and just fucking start, like, versing me for no reason. Oh, God. So, yeah, thank you guys for listening. That's the end of this podcast.
Wait, no, this
No, I'm
the
good.
mattress story.
I don't have a mattress story.
The one about
The one when I was little and we returned a mattress and, like, we called the cops? Is it that one?
No, the one that Sam.
I have that actual story. Oh, okay, so we tell the cat story?
Damn.
What you get fired?
No, I mean like my neighbor's cat. They got run over.
Oh.
So yeah, thank you guys for listening to the podcast.
Tell the story about when you
No,
slanted the
bitch,
house.
let me fucking
Okay.
end it. So yeah, thank you guys for listening to the podcast on Apple.
I actually
on
did have a
Spotify.
cousin at one time.
God damn it, Steve.
I'm kidding.
You don't want to play Rock Band, do you?
Go ahead and end it.
All right, thank you guys. Listen to the podcast on all these platforms. We will be back next time with just Kenneth because Steven fucks me up.
Bitch, I thought it was a new
You
edition.
do. I want you to come back, but later.
Bitch.
We gotta
When
do
do you
the.
podcast?
We don't have a schedule because Kenneth like does DoorDash now.
You do?
Who the fuck does DoorDash? Just do Uber Eats.
He can't do Uber Eats because he hasn't had a license for over a year.
Hey, is
Like, that's the only
Is
reason.
that story true? The one about like where they detected that you weren't actually in a bike, that you were in a car.
Wait, what?
Kenneth almost got like banned,
Tell the story.
right?
Come on here.
Okay.
That's a hilarious story.
Wait, what is it?
God damn, he looks like he's about to choke the shit out of him.
I'm trying to take this stuff.
I love how all this is
Okay.
recorded.
So, anyways. So what had happened was that.
Damn, whoa, bro, that was your hand.
Oh shit!
So what had happened was that I signed up for Uber, and at the time I didn't have a car, but I didn't have a bike, so I signed up for it, right? And
That's hilarious.
I was the only guy in Texas who did bicycling, whatever. So, anyways, fast forward, I ended up getting a car. I started using the car, and then I got a warning saying like, "Hey, your speed is excessive of 25 miles per hour. You cannot be using this whatever for what was it for car." So
Mhm.
I almost got banned.
Like, was it gonna be a permanent ban?
Oh,
or was
definitely
it-
permanent.
Damn.
How the fuck you take this shit off? There you go.
I was the one that ordered the
Wait, you
food.
just bought that car?
Yeah, I just read about it.
I ordered Chipotle.
What do you mean
I don't even like
Why
Chipotle.
Nissan, though?
Because it's good.
Do you need Chipotle?
Hey,
Wing?
bro, you know
Chipotle
how
wing.
transmissions always...
Hey, bro, I saw your car outside. Why does it have so many scratches on it?
Oh, you motherfucker.
It does?
Yeah.
Oh damn!
The dog was like...
Yeah.
Oh really?
I'm about to put that guy to sleep, bro.
Yeah, you know, like,
Yeah.
then your
She
mom
actually did that?
Yeah, and then my car came in, and then he's like... And your mom's like, "Vete pa allá."
Oh shit!
I'm about to put him to sleep right now.
I mean, I'm not against it.
Wait, so the dog was the one that made those scratches?
I'm pretty sure he was...
But is it actually scratched up like nasty?
I was touching
it's
the-
like, he
I was
like,
touching
on
it.
I don't know.
I was touching it and they feel like claws.
That's good.
Like not like, you know when you can feel like it's dirt and then you
It's
can feel
not
like,
like-
Fucking look on his face.
If anything, it's just scrapes.
yeah, it's a scrape.
So it's not bad.
What's
Oh,
up,
like
Hurley,
it.
with it?
I'm not paying you shit.
I'm about to.
I still haven't been paid for the shirts.
Puro lodo.
I'm about to claim. What is it called?
401k.
Insurance?
401k.
Insurance.
You can try to claim it, but the dog isn't going to pay you.
But
I can pay you with the dog if you want it. You can take it.
by law, the owner of a child or an animal
I was going to say, I don't
of
have
that
a child.
possession has to pay the
But
plaintiff.
I'm not her owner at all. Like, she's not registered. I don't have her registered as me being the owner or anything.
Okay, so
Like,
you
she's
can
just a dog that
report-
walks around. Because we live in
So
an
you can
open
just get
house.
animal control.
Yeah, you can just call animal control.
I'll be like, no, the dog, not him.
Oh, damn.
All right, we should
All
end the
right,
podcast.
So yeah, listen to us anywhere podcasts are available. Because Steven didn't do that for Nightmares Explained.
Now on
Goodbye.
Pornhub.
And OnlyFans.
Tarzan has an OnlyFans, guys.
I already ended it.
Oh, bitch.
Episode 4.
Hey, bro, you ever wondered that? What if, like, at midnight, your mom, like, gets on here and does her own podcast?
She should.
It's like, oye, mi pinche familia nomás se aprovechan de
She's
mí.
been listening to this one lady that like does a bunch of like Salvadorian videos. They're random as fuck.
Is it like her version of, like, the kids?
So pretty much you have to go whoop, 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 así para cuando that and just speak up speed.
I'm
It
tired.
looks like you're spinning it.
God damn it! I still gotta take out the drum set.
Yeah.
It's in the Lincoln.
What is it doing there?
I just put it there because I didn't have room.
Oh, wow.
Hey, it's not a bad idea.
Probably has spider webs and shit on it.
Probably.
So
The bass pedal, no.
sideways.
We're playing Rock Revolution, right?
Hell no,
So you
fuck
can play
that
Roll On
game.
God.
Yeah, we can play World on Gun.
You guys real? Like,
You never told me that story, the reason why you bought that game?
yeah,
is 'cause
for
you-
that one song, right?
Yeah, it wasn't even on there.
Damn.
It was on the trailer.
Oh shit!